I ain't never played sports. You know what I mean? I always have, you know what I'm saying, like music and love music from the jump. So that was my just plan A. I ain't even have a plan B. I made myself not have a plan B on purpose just so I can fulfill my plan A.
Hey, we in the building.
My boy.
Listen, there you go. Boom.
My boy.
What it do,
What's
my
going
boy?
on? What's going on? What's going on?
Can't call it. Another beautiful, glorious first Saturday of college football.
Right? Man.
Hey, man.
It's back. I know I've been going to the high school games the past 2 weeks, so you kind of get a little vibe for football, and you get the sounds of the hits and the pass and the coaches yelling, the crowd and the band. But yeah. Now it's real. It's real this time, man. And shout out to that new intro, man. Can we drop that one more time?
Yeah, man. Let's one more again, time, man. Hold on, man, because the people got to see it.
Bro.
The people got to see it.
I ain't never played sports. You know what I mean? I always have, you know what I'm saying, like music and love music from the jump. So that was my just plan A. I ain't even have a plan B. I made myself not have a plan B on purpose just so I can fulfill my plan A.
I love that thing, bro.
Hey, man, I like that new intro, my boy.
I love it.
I like it.
I love that.
I think it represents, you know what I'm saying, the environments of the squads. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
I don't think you can beat the swamp. You know what I'm saying? At nighttime, big game. You know what I'm saying? Whatever your stadium called. On a Saturday night.
That's heat,
yeah,
bro.
man.
Bro, it's a lot going on, man. As we get closer to the regular season, man, usually around that last preseason game, people start to kind of fill out, your needs and wants as an NFL team. Trey Lance, man, as a shock to me. Not that he's traded, but he's traded to the Dallas Cowboys. Bro, what you think about Trey Lance going to the Dallas Cowboys for a 4th-round pick?
Man, that is the ultimate egg on the face of the 49er front office, man. That's you give up what 4 first-round picks? Was it 3 or 4?
4.
And you invest in a guy, and he never really got a shot. Really, like you figure he came in, he was behind Jimmy.
Did I fix it now, Chris? My bad. I'm sorry. My fault.
Yeah,
it's good now. Think we sound better. My fault.
You sit behind Jimmy. Jimmy gets hurt. You go out. You get hurt. Your third guy comes in, shocks the world. His contract is cheaper. It's a little bit longer. So it's like, he never got a chance. And I understand the 49ers having to do something because you have 2 guys and trying to get something. A 4th-round pick is probably the best they could get, man. But to the Dallas Cowboys is a shocker. I was shocked that he went to the Dallas. I ain't going to hold you. When I saw it, I was like, if I'm Dak, I'm like, oh, okay.
Oh, the pressure's on. And you were just talking about extensions and, oh, man, those contracts stop. But at the same time, to go back to the 49ers, yeah, man, you gave up like 3 first-round picks, a second or third, something else too, and this kid was supposed to come in and be everything that you needed. Now, does this hurt the 49ers from a viewpoint, or does it really look bad on Trey Lance? Because we've seen Kyle Shanahan make RG3 look like an MVP. Matt Ryan won the MVP with this guy. It was a Brian Hoyer in Cleveland at one point in time he was actually doing something with. So is it really the 49ers that messed up because they took a chance? Yes. But can you put more of the blame kind of on Trey Lance or maybe Kyle Shanahan for running him so much? Bro, he's not a running back, and you ran that man the entire preseason last year and got his ankle hurt. So
I mean, I don't.
it's tough, bro.
It's football, man. It's like, do we knock the Bears for Fields running as much? Did we knock the Falcons for Vic running as much? Did you you have a quarterback whose main threat is his legs? Like, you're going to run them, but I just think it just it's when it doesn't work, it looks bad. When it does work, you look like a genius. Look at Cam Newton. Cam Newton broke rushing records and all that stuff as a running quarterback, but he stayed healthy. He just got hurt. He had an ankle joint. He went in the thing. He hurt his ankle. I don't think that's anybody's fault. That's just football. So, I mean, even when you look at the Shanahans, how they did RG3 and Washington.
He's healthy now, though, KB. What's the excuse now of not beating out Brock Purdy and you're healthy? And you're a year advanced than Brock Purdy in that system.
I think Brock Purdy is a better passer than Trey Lance. I just think that's what it is. Like, Trey Lance, when he came out, because that was the year it's him, Zach, the kid.
He came out same year as Pitts.
Yeah, BYU. Like, I thought those quarterbacks that class were really overrated, but
Zach Wilson,
those teams that needed a quarterback. I don't think Trey Lance should have went 4 or 3 or wherever he went.
It's crazy. The best quarterback out of that draft might be David Mills. I think the one in Houston, he might be,
and he lost his job. So that's when you're a quarterback, when you're a team in the NFL and you need a quarterback. Yes, you look at him, you're like, man, he's a great talent, and you hope that he blossoms. But I mean, let's keep it real. Like, he came in there, Brock Purdy just came in and can sling that thing, and he can run well enough. That's the thing. I think people look at, you don't need AR. You don't need, Justin Fields. You just need a quarterback that can, when it breaks down, scramble for a few yards. That's it. And I think Brock Purdy does a good job at that. He did in college. He showed he just doing what he did in college.
That's crazy. This is the fact that Trey Lance, like I said again, man, they gave up so much. And the jury is still out on Brock Purdy, because once you get that NFL tape on you, I already know how that goes, like Crystal says. Let's see how you do. For them defensive coordinators, bro, they study. They studying how to take you down. And I think Philadelphia even showed, I mean, you put some licks on him, he can be knocked out of a game. So, I mean, I know it's a freak elbow injury, but at the same time.
Exactly. Like, these are freak injuries these guys in the 49ers are having. But, again, you get what you can get out of Lance. You're not going to get more than that because he's not going to play. And I think it was a respect thing. Like, Lynch came out and was like, this isn't anything that they foresaw. This wasn't like we just want to get rid of. Like, they're really like, yo, it just was the best thing for both. Like, he's a great guy. It's it's a bad situation, but it's like, you want him to do good. He's like, I'm rooting for him. And Dak better watch out, because that offense might be more Trey Lance friendly than the 49ers were. Because the 49ers don't need Brock Purdy to run 100. They don't need him to throw 300. They need you to be able to hand the ball off, throw the ball, hit them little mid-range throws, manage the game, and let the defense. That's a recipe.
Yeah, I think it's Kyle Shanahan always puts his quarterbacks in position to win. So I'm not really worried about the quarterback once they're there. I would say, like you said, it'd be freak injuries. It's nothing that Kyle Shanahan can do. better or something, like you said, different. If you're a running quarterback like RG3, he uses your advantage in his scheme. So, yeah, he schemes runs. But, again, there's no guarantee you're going to get hurt just because you're running quarterback. So I would take Kyle Shanahan probably out of the blame. But to look at the Dak side of this or the Dallas side of this, I mean, does Trey Lance now, is he going to really get a fair shot in Dallas to do this? Or if they extend Dak, will he just be a backup forever?
I think that allows you to have that flexibility. I mean, because you have Trey Lance for 2 years on the rookie deal. They can still tag him, right? They can still give him that fifth year option. So technically you have 3 years. Dak, you have what? 2 more years?
Yeah, yep. And then you had a high cap number too, bro. That's why you want to extend Dak, though. If you don't extend Dak, it's darn near impossible for you to sign Michael Parsons unless you cut Dak and just take the cap hit on that last year.
You might not have to, but that's the benefit of the situation. You may not. You can just let his contract run out.
But the cap hit is huge the last 2 years, KB. We're talking about damn near $60 million.
Okay.
You can't do that and pay Michael Parsons. That's what the whole point of restructuring Dak is, because they can't pay Micah without restructuring Dak. That's the whole big thing. Like Jerry even came out and said it. We need to restructure contracts so we can sign Michael. That's the key right now.
Well, you can't let. Yeah, they're gonna have to do that or trade Dak, because there's no way there's no way in hell any football team on God's green earth, or whoever earth you believe it to be, you're gonna take Dak over Michael Parsons on your team. Nobody that watches football, plays football, heard about football is going to be like, keep Dak over Michael Parsons.
And I'm sure Michael's going to ask for an astronomical number, because look what all he does.
Bro, top player, top NFL, top defensive contract in the league. I don't know who got it, but he's going to get it.
Yeah, he got to get paid. My bad. Sorry, wipe out the thing. You. Anyway.
Hey man, we live. We live. We live.
I'm trying to
we live.
Hard to focus. My bad, bro. I can't focus. Yeah, get out. Lost my whole damn train of thought, bro. Swear to God. So yeah, Dak in the contract with Michael, man. Yeah, Michael's gonna probably reset the defensive market, period. Michael's probably gonna ask for a quarterback type contract. And just be real with you, he can probably get it.
I mean, he can play defensive end, linebacker, or safety.
He can cover any tight end and running back coming out of any back.
He was covering wide receivers going across the middle. Like, those are the type of guys that are in the league now. Like, he's a hybrid. Like, they have him starting. They was like, yo, put on some size, full-time DN. Or they can be like, hey, man, if we go to 3-4, we want to put you on the edge rush. Hey, man, we need you to cover Pitts this game. What do you do?
You got to pay him, bro. So Jerry knows he got to pay Michael. He knows Michael is going to be the new face of the Dallas Cowboys, probably going into the next 5 to 10 years. So I think they did make this move at the right time, though, because you got a whole season. Got practices, you can see what Trey Lance really is. If Trey Lance isn't that guy, you get him there and you really see maybe he can't read defenses. He came from a smaller school. He came from a smaller university. Maybe reading defenses is Trey Lance's problem. We know the athleticism is there. We know he can throw the ball out the damn stadium. But can you make the proper read when your first option is gone? That's the key. Or are you going to be on some first read going, I got to take off with my leg? That only works so much in the NFL. It's not going to do shit.
Yeah, man. Running with the quarterback works when the defense respects your arm, because they bail. And when they bail, that creates running outside and things like that. If you just a running quarterback, them DBs ain't going to bail back like that. Like
we sit in zone. We're going to make you throw it through the little small windows. We're going to sit back in zone, and everybody's going to keep my eyes on the quarterback. You know,
I've seen. I
we
mean,
play Madden, man. We know what to do with running quarterback.
it is right. If you have a a guy that's going to run, I mean, it's going to be the same thing. That's why Justin Fields needed wide receivers badly
Okay, but
because
can he hit them? That's my question. Now, that's my
he
honest to
gon-
God question with Justin Fields. Can he hit the damn wide receivers that he now has?
we gonna see. But there's no excuse. You have DJ Moore, Mooney, Claypool,
Commit
Komet.
that what? Yeah.
You got a full wide receiver tight end court. Like there's no excuse for there to not have somebody open.
Ooh. I
And
feel like
if they make
this a make or
and
break
if they
year
make this trade
for
for Jonathan Taylor,
that's what they need to get. Now, if you go in there and get Jonathan Taylor, bro, you have an offense that's built in Chicago to win late in November, October, December, the late games. Because Justin Fields is great to watch when the sun is out.
oh yeah.
But when the weather changes, that thing gets
When it
tight.
rained, he usually putting people on skates. But like you
Well,
said, like that's
yeah.
not sustainable.
Yeah.
Not in his division.
Nah. So, dude, is this Dallas last hoorah with Dak within the last year or two, or this year or next year? You think that's it with Dak, or do you think?
I think this will be it, man. Like I think if he don't have that regular season where they win like 13 games and he has a great season, yo, what's the benefit of keeping him around? He's shown who he's gonna be. You had the weapons, you had the Pro Bowl, you had the Pro Bowl line, you had Zeke in his prime, you had wide receivers. Now they got you more wide receivers, right? They like, what do you want? what else can they build? And like you're saying, like it's not the NFL players aren't getting cheaper. These linemen aren't taking cheaper deals. These wide receivers, tight ends, they're getting paid now. Like you can't just
CD is gonna be due some money soon, I'm sure.
CD Cooks got like you gotta the names look great. You gotta pay them boys. And you just re-signed Diggs, which is great, but what are you gonna do at linebacker? It's a lot of stuff going on with them, man.
Yeah, and they fighting it. Yeah, it's interesting, bro. I really can't wait to get the season started in 2 weeks because there's a lot of storylines that we'll definitely dive into deeper. But Dallas,
I just hope they get their asses kicked today because they playing my Raiders.
Are y'all playing starters?
I will be in the building, huh?
Are y'all playing starters? Because I'm gonna tell you this: I almost went to that Falcon game. If I went to that Falcon game and not knew, because they never announced to us that none of the starters were going to suit up, we were only going to play. We didn't even play the twos. We played the fours and the fives. Like these people won't even be on the team come Tuesday. Like I would have been so mad, bro. I'd have been 38. I'd have had to pay for that ticket, and we just went in there late, that type of egg. So just definitely check, man, and make sure to know what type of situation you walk into. Because if Dallas is playing their ones, and you guys are kind of like us in an evaluating type team where you're trying to look for talent, and you playing your threes and fours, that's going to be a game you just stick to just checking out the stadium and get you some popcorn and some good food.
They say they think there's going to be some guys that won't suit up or won't play. They'll suit up or won't play again. We have plenty of things to work through. So, I mean, I don't imagine seeing Devontae. Like, I know I'm not going to see him. I don't expect to see Max.
Okay, there you go.
I don't expect to see Jimmy G.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it is good, though, for us to watch the college game a lot because you see a lot of guys in college.
Yes.
USFL, man.
I get to see Amari Burney. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Gator boy. I get to see Malik Davis, Gator boy. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I don't need to see for me, I just like the environment of just the live games. And it just be fun.
If it's anything like Atlanta, but it'd be a little club in that thing, but we be in that thing.
No, the Cowboys game, that thing, they have like drummers on pillars around the stadium. They be like the standing room only section, and you go get drinks. And
you taking the fam with you or just you?
My daughter's going, man. I'm taking her to her first NFL game. She wanted to go. So I was like, hey man, if you want to go, why not? She went to my first Gator game last year. We saw Texas A&M. My first baseball game down here. She want to roll. So if you want to roll, you come on. I ain't gonna make you. I ain't gonna tell you no either.
That's what's up, man. Daddy daughter time. Nothing wrong.
Yeah,
we family man, man. We support that over here, man.
Yeah, man. We have my daddy daughter days, daddy son days. You know what I'm saying? So it's her turn. She back up.
That's
what's up. Yeah, man.
That's what's up. So yeah, man. All right, so Dak, I think you're on the hot seat, my boy. I think your seat getting warm. Final thought, boy, but Dak, I think your seat getting warm, my boy. You better do something before 2 something, or they're gonna come get you. I'm just saying. You be at work, they come do a tap on the shoulder.
Like, hey, can I talk to you for a second?
Yeah, get your stuff. Grab your thing.
Hey, man. If a team is thirsty for a quarterback,
now where could that go? Real quick, if you just in your head, just off top, what could you see Dak maybe playing again or moving on? Let me think in my head. Somebody who just quarterback. Normally you say Cleveland, but we don't know what the hell they got going on.
I think Seattle was good with Geno right now.
Yeah, see what I'm saying? It's a lot of teams that I feel
maybe the Cards, if the Cards continue to blow it up.
No, they're going with Caleb Williams.
They're going for Caleb.
Oh, okay, yeah. They got 2 first round. They have their pick and they got the Texans pick. And I don't think your boy Kyler's playing at all. So yeah, I definitely think they're playing for the first. They might have 1 and 2. Might be the first time in NFL history, in my knowledge, in my era, because I don't want to offend nobody else who was born before me, that the team has had 1 and 2 back in the NFL.
We got close last year with the Texans. Man, I don't know. I'm trying to go through the divisions. The Saints.
Just trying to the Saints. I mean, Derek Carr, Buccaneers. Now Tampa may take that.
Tampa. Okay, yeah.
I can see Tampa going for Dak Prescott. I can see that. If Sam Howell doesn't pan out, maybe Washington, but that's in the division. You're not gonna trade him in the division. He has to be created.
If something happened with Kirk Cousins, if they're over Kirk,
if your boy Justin Fields can't get it done this year, maybe do we see?
Nah, because I don't know if they're gonna commit that money.
Green Bay, we don't know what Love looks like.
Green Bay is a good one.
We don't know what Love looks like at all.
The Rams, if Bradford,
they're going with Stetson. They say Stetson and what's the coach name? They got like a little love relationship going on.
Oh yeah,
yeah, man. So I think they're grooming Stetson to take over for Stafford. Stafford's probably on his way out within the next 2 years. They asked him to renegotiate his deal, and he's like, no. So he know he at the end of his contract. He know he's not going to get another deal.
I want all that. Yeah, man, I don't know, man.
Oh man, yeah, I don't know. It's tough. I don't know. Again, teams have quarterbacks. Tennessee, maybe they got a lot going on, but you got Tannehill and Dak. Is Tannehill any better than Dak? No. You got the same guy, really.
Yeah, man. It's not
that
a lot.
Might be out the league, bro. XFL, USFL.
No, somebody pick them up. You'll have to compete, or you'll see what happens in the middle of the season. But it's these guys are getting better, coming out. These younger guys are coming in and taking jobs.
Yeah, but man, let's move on to something that's been. I guess this has started a whole revolution. Basically, right? You know what I mean?
Finally, it ain't MJ versus LeBron.
It ain't, but it's starting fights and wars and getting people called out their name. This whole Steph versus Magic, I guess it's like old versus new. And
it 100% is, man.
You know what I mean? And I think they wrote a long time ago. You put the old versus the new, and then you'll see you can keep them all in the same place. But anywho. That's a whole nother history lesson for a whole different story. But I'm just saying, Steph came out and said that he felt he was the greatest point guard of all time. That's what his comments. They asked him a question, he answered. Personally, straight off the top of my head, someone that asked me if I'm the best at anything that I'm doing, and I'm doing it at a high level, I'm going to naturally feel like, yeah, I am better at that, or I'm the greatest at that time. I don't think there's nothing wrong with Steph's answer. I don't think the answer that Steph gave is wrong, bad. the man answered the question. Now, if this was Patrick Beverly saying this, okay, yes, I would definitely have an issue. But Steph has an argument. Now, is the argument valid? Is the argument right, wrong? That's all a matter of opinion.
I mean,
and it seems like if you were born before 1985, you're on one side. If you're born after 1985, you're on the other side. But because me personally, he's the greatest point guard I've seen. He's better than Chris Paul. He's better than Russell Westbrook. He's better than Jason Kidd. He's better than Don Stockton. He's better than Gary Payton. All the point guards that I've seen with my own two eyes, he's better than. And I've seen all those point guards I named. I'm sorry, I don't go back to Magic versus Bird. And then you want to tell me Magic saved the league. Him and Bird rivalry.
They probably did, and
to do with what Steph said though, bro.
And they did in the 80s, which is understandable. The NBA was looking terrible at that time as far as just viewership. But it's like, yo, come on, man. Like, Magic, for me, it's Steph. And I understand what Magic did. And it's no disrespect to Magic Johnson. None.
That's what they're gonna take it as.
There's no disrespect. But I see it for Steph because Steph has always been the best player on the team. You can argue the KD, 2 or 3 years, you know what I'm saying, with the KD, like who was the team leader and all that stuff, but it was Steph's team. When Magic was with the Lakers, he had a mean Kareem. He had a mean Worthy. You know what I'm saying? Like it was it's
not hard to get 12 assists a game when you can just throw it down to the paint.
Right. And don't get me. And I think what people, when you look back at the time, like when people always bring up Jordan or like you say, Magic and stuff like that, he wasn't.
Steph was, hold on, wait. Let me fix this. Steph was great when he took out Duke at Davis. That's when Steph had to come.
Right. It's just his injuries. He had the ankle.
That was the only issue that he had.
That was it. He got picked number 3 for a reason. 3, 4, whatever it was. He got picked very early on for a reason. But
listen. Hold on. No, go ahead. My fault.
But like I said, as far as Magic, I think at the time you didn't have. It was just like, oh wow, it's like seeing the first, the first Benz. You know what I'm saying? It's like, oh yeah, it's cool. Look, it got a sunroof, and oh man, it has you can plug the 8-track in, and you can play multiple songs. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's dope for the time that it came. Like, his passes were amazing. You know what I'm saying? Him being able to play multiple positions. You know what I'm saying? Beautiful. However, that won't get you even top 10 Sports Center at this point, because everybody can do it, but everybody can't do what Steph was doing. Now you have the Abdul Rahifs and the guys who can shoot and all that, but Steph is just different.
So at first I was saying Steph, I was in the moment looking, the 3-pointers, the turnaround, the championships. He does have the MVP, but once I actually looked at the numbers and went back and looked at the comparison, I'm going to say I was on Steph's side, but I'm going to put Magic slightly ahead, bro. And then put it like this: Steph is still playing. He's going to go to another All-Star game. If he can win another first team anything and then win another MVP or Finals MVP, he's definitely going to be over Magic. This is what I was, right here. So I'm a numbers guy. That's me. I always stick to the numbers. I always, me. That a lot of time I base my argument off numbers and try not to go by public opinion or be swayed by kind of being in the moment, which I was with this argument. But I think I was just arguing with two old guys who just wanted to argue that day. So I was like, fuck it, I'm going to go on the other side. Since y'all want to be Magic in 1980, I'm going with the new school. But anywho, that's a whole different story. But I'm just looking at this thing, man, looking at these numbers. I gotta go with Magic. But Steph is on his heels, dog. Steph has an argument. I would never say he doesn't. Steph has a huge argument in this. But as of right now, though, he got to get up. And he got 3 MVPs to the bottom. He got 3 finals MVPs. Now, that's kind of what did it for me. Steph is going to come on with the Hall of Fame. Yeah, he's going to get that. Yeah. 5 championships to 4. 1 more, and you had James Worthy and Kareem. That kind of balance out to me. Now, I ain't saying Steph ain't had no help. Now, KD is
no.
I'm not top 3 players all time. I'm not going to sit here and say Steph didn't have no help. Klay Thompson might be the second best shooter of all time. So Steph has had his help. I'm not going to say that part. Mm-hmm. What I'm going to say is that could Magic play in this era with that type of game and be as glorious and effective?
I think so. Maybe. Because look at LeBron. I mean,
but LeBron, he developed an outside game. That's the only thing I would need to see from Magic. Can he develop an outside shot?
The game, you know what I'm saying? The game.
Now you ask yourself, can Steph play? Well, the guys were able to beat up on you like that. They can hand check you, Steph. You can't really you can't get off like that. And if you turn around and shoot like that, Charles Oakley probably gonna clothesline your ass in the back of the head.
I mean, yeah, and it'll be a fight, but I think
it's a different era. That's all I'm saying. It's hard.
I think if Steph to compare these eras. Was pulling up from damn near half court back then, it still would be like. Man, no, I don't.
They've never seen.
I'm not. Before. Listen, guys. I'm not saying that Magic had help and and Steph.
Hold on.
I wasn't
Draymond is not on the level of Kareem or Worthy.
No, I'm not even saying. I said as far as being the best on the team. I didn't say who had the best team because technically the Warriors had the best team in history.
80
technically
83
you know
wins?
What I'm saying? They beat the Bulls, right?
Yeah.
So technically they have had the best team in the history of the NBA as far as record wise. So I'm not saying that he didn't have help. Yes, he had a mean additional 2 to 3 guys at every point in his career when they were winning. Absolutely. I'm saying that when you look back at the Lakers team, was Magic the best player on you know what I'm saying, at that time? But again, at the time it was a big man league. Was
KD better than Curry on that game?
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like you had that argument of who was better. Did Curry take a step back so that KD could feel more of a presence? You know what I'm saying? Like you can start throwing those little nuances in, but also it's a shooting league now. Back in '85. It was the big man game. It was give the ball to Kareem, you know what I'm saying? And Showtime, they were running and gunning, and they changed the NBA how they were moving. So it's a valid, very valid argument. And I think you can have it from both sides if you wanted to, depending on what you hold value, because some people believe the point guard is the distributor, is the facilitator, is the person that makes it work. Some people value the scoring point guard more. Like, you know, it's just what you value in a point guard. Because I would take a point guard that averaged 15 points, 12 assists, and 8 steals, probably over a guy who scores 40 points a game.
Hell no, give me 40. No.
But if you're scoring and still losing, I mean, look at the Trailblazers. Look at Dame. Perfect example.
So you telling me right now you would take let me give you an example of a ball first point guard right now. Somebody.
Dame, isn't Dame a point guard?
Yeah, but he's the 40-point guard. You would take him. I'm trying to think of somebody who's the team-oriented guy that you're talking about. Would you take him over
prime Rondo?
Yeah. Would you take? Yeah. So you gonna take that over? You taking Dame over?
No, I'm probably taking prime Rondo and building a team around him.
Hell no, give me Dame. You crazy,
bro? Rondo got rings. Rondo got rings,
but that's only because he had
Jason.
KG
Jason Kidd. I would take Jason. I would take Jason Kidd over Dame. Yes, I would.
That's only because he had KG and Paul Pierce. You act like Rondo did that by himself.
Nah, like Crystal just said, you can pull up Jason Kidd.
I'm not taking Jason Kidd over
Nash. Man,
you taking Steve Nash over Westbrook?
Dang.
Russell Westbrook?
No.
Because to me,
Russ did it all. But that's the thing.
Okay, so if we talking real
Russ
point guards.
Russ scored 30, and he still had 30 assists.
If we talking point guards and greatest of all time, and y'all told me how much these triple doubles are worth, why y'all ain't putting Russ up there? Well, because the last 2 years he don't look like trash. So I guess we gotta. He can't.
That's something. That's a conversation that's going to have to be had. He's not going to get that respect until he's done, and they play his highlights and they put up that stuff. And
but he ain't got no rings. They're gonna do him like Charles Barkley. They're gonna do him exactly like Charles Barkley.
But they do AI. They give AI love.
That because he took one game off the Lakers. He's the greatest of all. He won the championship doing that. When he because I definitely had that argument with the old heads, and they put AI up there above Dwayne Wade, and I'd be like, how? This is me asking. I don't understand it, but it is what it is.
Yeah, Russ was never being a convo.
No, he won't. Not as greatest of all time.
I mean, it just depends on what, like you said, it depends on what you value in your players.
Yeah.
That's why these basketball conversations, because it's very rare to have somebody who does it all. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, no, Crystal. He doing the assists at the same time, getting you rebounds and scoring. Crystal, he's doing the three different things at a high clip. I can't say CP3 gonna do that. CP3 ain't even gonna consistently score. He's had some game sevens or some big games with CP3 going that he can't throw it in the ocean. Standing on South Beach with a drink in his hand.
Hey man, with a shoulder and a sling. Like you know it's coming.
Saying, bro, like,
you know it's coming.
I don't know about that, Chris. You might use somebody else, Chris. That's all I'm saying. CP3 might not be the one. You have to use somebody else.
But that's the conversation that has to get had. But to the Magic,
and then Magic. Oh, my fault. But Michael Jordan came out and said that he co-signed his side. Oh God, that did it for everybody. Michael Jordan. Newsflash: Michael Jordan ain't the greatest of all time to me. I'm gonna give that to LeBron James. I'm sorry. I love MJ. I got all his shoes. If I can show y'all my shoe collection of all the Jordans that I love, cool. But well, here we go. Here we go. He is driving the lane and see. Ooh, Crystal, I think this man asking you what CP3 assist led him to. I just said I would put Russ over CP3, but that's just me.
I would too.
That's just me. Crystal saying that that it don't count. Oh no. I don't know.
I would too.
We have to bring
Russ is a basketball player, and CP3 is a facilitator, and he's in his box.
And I'm gonna tell you another person that don't give enough respect to from this era, James Harden. James Harden don't get enough respect, but them numbers. See, and you sitting there shaking your head, but bro, look at the numbers James Harden put up.
Yeah, he scores.
He definitely has to be a top 5 scoring guard, shooting guards of all time, bro. He got
scoring. No, two separate things. You can't put scoring guard and point guard in the same, because that's a whole nother. If you put scoring guard, you take out the Magics, you take out the kids, you take out the.
Well, those are shooting guards. Those are two. I'm talking about Wade, AI, Kobe, Harden. Give you another prevalent two. Shooting guards. I'm just talking about shooting guards. MJ was a shooting guard. So I'm just saying.
I'm not putting Harden up.
Didn't they say Rod Strickland? Who Monthly? Who was Jordan playing against?
I don't know, the senator, whoever he is, the governor of.
So yeah, all them saying. Come on, bro. That's what I'm saying. I'm just saying. Rod the point guard. I'm sorry, Chris. You know what I'm talking. They made that video, bro, showing the guys that Jordan played against versus the guys that LeBron played against. Just a completely different class of athlete. And I'm looking at the guys that point guard that Magic played against. You got Isaiah
point guard. Yeah.
I know what I'm saying. Again, who Magic played against? I got Isaiah King. Who else we got? John Stockton. He played against John Stockton probably. Yeah, that's about it. Now, if you want to ask me who Steph don't win against, you got Kyrie's out there in the world, man. You know what I mean?
Like I say, so we can take this to the next thing, era versus era. Because really when it comes down to is
but they still shooting guards though, Kelvin. You got to rank them. They play the same position. Kobe's first, Wade is second, AI's third, Harden is next.
Kobe was a scorer. He didn't shoot as many threes, but he was
he didn't have to though. Kobe,
he was a scorer. Kobe putting up buckets. But he was also killing it on the defensive end as well.
True. Kobe's gonna lock you down.
That's the thing. You know what I'm saying? You put up the Kobe.
Thank you. I think she's responding to Kelvin. Like, what do you mean? They are shooting guards, Kelvin. They're two guards. They're both twos. So pick one, either James Harden or Kobe. I'm taking Kobe in that argument.
Absolutely. If you put Harden, Jordan, I'm picking Jordan. Harden, Kobe, I'm picking Kobe. Harden, AI, I'm picking AI.
He's
Harden.
Yeah. Wade. Wade is another. Wade.
I'm
taking Wade. Yeah, but Harden is fifth. Now after that, you can't go anywhere. Harden is next. You want to say Tracy McGrady? Maybe.
It's the longevity hurts it, man.
You want to say Vince Carter, or was he a three? No, Vince Carter was a two.
Vince Carter started shooting when, you know what I'm saying, later on. I think he was doing that through the whole time. Maybe Ray Allen.
Ray Allen, there you go. That's another two. Reggie Miller. Reggie Miller's a two.
I'm not taking him Reggie Miller over Harden. We see the highlights of that game he had.
Yeah, I agree with you. Yeah, Chris, me and you on the same page with it.
Harden possibly.
Oh, see, here you go. See, now we start something. See, because
yes, AI is the better scorer. He scored from all three levels.
No. James Harden definitely gonna have a better 3-point percentage than. Come on, bro.
I'm not saying. I didn't say just a 3-point percentage. I said he scores from all three levels.
Yeah, but James Harden can too.
Yeah.
James Harden can't be stopped at times, bro.
I'm still taking AI.
If you go back to some of those Houston James Harden, he was unstoppable.
It's gonna be hard for me to. It's gonna be hard for me to take anything Harden. I give him
had a season where he averaged 35 or 38, bro. I'm sorry, James Harden. Y'all don't want to give James Harden any respect, and I don't know why, but James Harden had a season where he averaged them to 35 points.
Yeah, man. I'm one of those guys, man. I ain't. I'm gonna have to sit down and crunch the numbers like before I even remotely get that any bit of respect.
Bro, I'm being real. AI has never had a season where he go back and look at Harden, maybe the second to last season in Houston, but bro, the man averaged damn near 38 points a game, almost 40 a game, bro. This is over the whole season. I ain't talking about in no stretch. Harden was killing, bro. He got to the playoffs and ran into a hot Steph Curry.
He always runs into a hot somebody.
Yeah.
He always runs into a hot. Hey, it's a hot. It's a hot.
Hey, man.
He is the Alex Rodriguez of basketball. He is the Dak Prescott of basketball. Regular season, great. Playoffs, get out the way.
See what I'm saying? The numbers don't lie.
He had a good.
It's not a good season, bro.
I'm gonna let Harden go because I have I'm not a Harden fan.
Clearly, we see that. Clearly, we see that, bro. You don't try to get that man respect. There's a lot of people like that too, though. There's a lot of people.
But I saw an interesting video. LeBron, he was doing an interview with I can't remember.
Tell me who was on that. Tell me outside of CP3 hurt ass, Kelvin. Tell me who was on that team that Harden went 7 games with KD and Steph and them. The man went to game 7 with KD, Steph, Klay Thompson, Draymond Green, all future Hall of Famers. And he had CP3 who was hurt on his team at that time. Tell me who he had, Kelvin. I'll wait. No, we ain't gonna wait. We're gonna keep going. Go ahead, man. You can't do that, Kelvin. You can't do that. You gotta put everything in context.
I was watching an interview with LeBron and Coach K. It was like a little snippet. And LeBron was talking about, he said, how do you handle the whole GOAT debate and stuff like that? And he was talking about eras. He was like, I've played in 3 different eras. He's like, when he came in the league, it was the big man area. It was get a man.
Who you talking about?
LeBron. He's like, he came into the league and it was get a ball to the big man. If it's something there, they pass it out, swing, shoot. He said then he had to change to when it was more like the run and gun, the Suns, when everybody was just running and gunning.
Or with no defense. They let defense go.
Right. It just was run and gun. And then it's the era we're in now, the Steph era of the space.
Wait a minute, hold on. Have we ever said the Magic era? No, but anyway, go ahead. That was the big man era.
That was the big. Right, but then that's the Steph. Now it's the Steph era because Steph, everybody's pulling up from everywhere. Like you got 7'2" guys having.
Kelvin, you need to stop this. You need to stop. You need to stop.
Green.
You need to stop now. You need to stop.
Eric Gordon was solid back then.
Man, come on, man. That man got KD,
Yeah, bro.
Draymond Green,
That Warriors team.
Poole coming off the bench. Come on, man, stop this. Go, Kelvin, get out of here. The Magic era was the 80s. They call it the 80s. They don't call it the Magic era. That's what I'm saying. They didn't call it the Magic era. They might have said the Magic versus Bird era, but they ain't never just said what my partner right there just said, the Steph era.
They call it the bad boy era.
That's what they call it. That's exactly. Did the Pistons win? Yeah, exactly.
Which is the Pistons era. The Pistons and Celtics. But I mean, they Showtime, like I say, man. The Lakers, he was the leader of the point guard at that time, was the leader of the team. It was everything went through them.
Chris said you made that up.
Hey man, call it what you want, but everybody.
Steph has revolutionized the game. We can say that though, right? He has revolutionized the game by himself. Solo.
He has made big men non-existent. These
they out there
dudes
shooting
ain't
threes.
even getting these. You got Giannis out there practicing threes from the logo.
Kelvin, because who was his competition out there, Kelvin? Tell me who he met in the Western Conference Finals. They had 4 Hall of Famers on their team. Yes, they should have won.
Yes, bro.
Come on, Kels. We know this. Them people got off work and went to play ball. Them people, they wasn't playing ball year-round like Steph is competing against these super athletes nowadays.
There's nobody that's in shape as much as Steph. Steph is second to LeBron workers. As far as what he does
Magic
for their
Johnson
body.
was beating up on warehouse workers.
They were smoking during halftime and everything.
Go, Kel. Get out of here, man.
Snorting coke and everything.
Now, Jordan did go in there and tell on the post that was wrong. Oh, man. Hakeem went out there at that time. Yeah, you putting 2 different eras together, my brother.
Dallas Suns. The Suns with Johnson? That's the Suns you talking about. The 90s?
No, man, we talking
Johnson?
about the 80s, man. Hakeem in the 90s. That's what I'm saying. Like, Kevin, you mixing eras.
Right.
You tripping.
80s is Pistons,
Celtics,
Lakers. That was it.
That's it.
I mean, you maybe could say Trailblazers with Clyde, maybe.
Man, them folks went beating up on Kareem and Word, man. Stop it, man. Stop it.
Yeah, no, it was definitely a 3-headed monster in the 80s. That's why LeBron, that's why Michael started lifting weights and was like, yo, we need some people, fam.
It's serious. It's serious out here.
we need folks because it's real out here. They are kicking my ass. Hence the 90s.
Yeah. So again, back to what we were saying, man. It's just eras, man. Where you from? I know some people don't want to see their heroes be surpassed, or their heroes
get better. It's supposed to always get like Kobe said. MJ learned from Dr. J. Kobe learned from Michael. LeBron learned from Kobe.
Dr. J no credit.
It's supposed to continuously go up. Like if you would have in the 70s, 80s, they would have seen Giannis coming down 7 feet, dribbling, jumping from free throw, potentially can shoot the ball. That wasn't a thing. 7-foot guards. Like you got guys at 7 feet. Look at the kid Yamba and Chet. These dudes are 7-footers with handles like a point guard. Is bound to beat these numbers and these errors. Like it's just going to.
I just want to know who would stop Giannis. Who would stop Giannis in the 80s? I mean, y'all can talk about you going to beat up on him and foul him hard, but the man is still 7'1", built like a tank. So I mean, and he run faster than everybody else and jump faster than anybody else.
Everybody in the 80s, well, they was tall, but them boys was slim, boy. Wasn't nobody flexing like that. You know what I'm saying?
She did say 84 kills. She did say 84.
She did. It's all right, Kels. It's all right.
It's all good. Everybody can't go toe-to-toe with us all the time.
Right.
Come out.
And everybody can't go toe-to-toe with Crystal, especially about basketball.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Crystal ain't having it now.
When it comes to basketball, hey, man. And I don't know if she be talking about her Patriots, but basketball, you got to know your lane, baby. Got to know your lane. That ain't too many people beating Crystal in a basketball debate. Yeah, you better.
Yeah, right.
You start talking about basketball, you better.
Better be
That's
on
when
your
I
P's
usually
and
sit
Q's.
back and be like, all right.
I'm going with her. Whatever she say.
Whatever Crystal say. Whatever Crystal say. Hey, shout out to Las Vegas Aces.
Oh man, don't do that. Don't do me like that. Don't do me like that. They let that girl come in Atlanta and put up. Why everybody want to come to the A and show out, bro? Every time somebody want to come to Atlanta and put on a damn show, that girl come in here and put up 50 points. Bro, really? The damn lead record is 50, 53, 54. How the hell she come in? Y'all ain't start double teaming the girl. Y'all ain't foul her or nothing.
Hey,
bro.
Man. Dog, boy. She a dog.
She came in this thing and put up 50. Oh, 52. My bad. 52. Damn. Bro, I seen that, bro. Bro, listen, every time LeBron now, if LeBron does play, because he never really plays when he comes, and I figured out why him and his wife like to go out and do other stuff. So they don't really have time to think about basketball when they come to Atlanta. When he do play, he's going for 40. Because he's talking to 2 Chainz on the sideline. He talking to Tyler Perry on the sideline. He talking trash. So she got to talking to Renee Montgomery. I don't know if y'all know who that is. I know Crystal knows who she is. She part of the ownership with the Dream. And she started going back and forth with that girl on the sideline. That girl said, hold up, I'm going to show you something. But she proceeded to go off on us. And every time she scored, she looked over there at her.
Hey, boy, she's a beast.
Bro, that dumb was horrible, bro. I watched. But it was a good game, though. You know, it came out. Yeah. We got a rookie, bro. She ain't like that yet. But she fine. She was going back and forth with her for a minute. She just couldn't keep up.
We're gonna have to bring Crystal on. We're talking about this expansion. I heard they trying to expand the WNBA teams.
Yeah,
trying to add like 3.
It's growing, man.
They need to, man.
You gotta market those college girls like you doing with Angela Reed. Keep marketing those girls like that, man, and keep building up. They need that. What did they say? Magic and Bird save the league. They got some girls that can come. Man,
Maya. I think if Maya Moore didn't stop,
exactly. She was supposed to do it.
She was it. She was it. But I mean, they got some ballers, man. Brown Stewart, Anesco. I mean, they got some women ballers, man. And like you said, they need more because you look at somebody like let's say Tia Cooper, right? Tia Cooper. When she got cut from the
I think he was just saying when she came in, Crystal, she would have been good to be battling with Candace Parker.
Yeah. Like it was like, you know what I'm saying, to have having no people, but you got people that were great in college to come out and they get cut because it's like you only can have somebody on there for 2 years, or you have players that's not really trying to get back in the league because they make more money off IG and all that other stuff. So man, hopefully I know that a lot of the NBA players are starting like to speak up more and like invest more, and hopefully.
And I think that's what it'll take too, man. Let the boys get involved in ownership, because you won't let them own the NBA team. So at least let them generate and bring the money back to the NBA. You got them; they can go on G League teams. I think they can be a part of. Yeah. So why not facilitate that with the WNBA too?
It'd be dope, man. It would be dope.
And Angel Reese, bro, when she hit the league, oh man, that gonna be dope.
Hey man, we'll see.
Well, because she make a lot of money outside there.
Hey. Chill out. Okay, she's a hooper.
Said she see what you talking about.
she a hooper though. But again, she's and I say it because she's good. Like, is she on the level of Anesco and Breonna Stewart and all of them? No, she's not a premier player, right?
Who
but
she ain't. Who?
She'll Taya Cooper.
Oh,
like Cooper. She's not bad. She's a solid point guard. She can score. There would be space for her if there was more teams. You know what I'm saying? For players like her, but she's not the only one. Like, you know, I'm a fan of, you know, a couple women basketball players because they can hoop. You know what I'm saying? And you might look up 2 years from now, they might be out the league because
it's a girl that played with the Aces like that, and she used to be out here, and she was tied to one of the Love and Hip Hop ladies that I love, but now she ain't in the league no more. Ty Young and T Young, you know what I'm saying? T Young, she was balling to me, bro.
Like, you know, my favorite player is Zaya Cook. She my favorite player, dog. She be She be hooping, and I'd be blown if she was out the league in 2 years because, right? Destiny Henderson, like, come on, she was a point guard for what the two back-to-back three-peat champ. Like, come on now.
Yeah, you got to expand this thing out, man. Especially and then do the market them like you're marketing the dude, bro, or at least try to put that effort in. But I got to put the onus back on women too, man. I know a lot of women be saying, support the sport, but they don't be going to the games either, bro. When I go to the games, it's a bunch. It's not a lot of a big female presence, man. I try to take my daughter, you know what I'm saying, let the girls see the girls, bro. Got to go to the game. I'm Adam Crystal. Atlanta, it's so much other stuff to do in Atlanta, and they don't market the dream properly out here. To me, that's just my opinion.
They don't market. I think New York does a great job.
Vegas is doing an awesome job.
Vegas, they've committed. They got them the real facility, everything else. I mean,
ain't KD involved or Tom Brady? One of them involved with that?
I'm not sure.
Might be a question for Crystal. I'm sorry,
but like I said, I also think I think with Shaq, when he was like, they should lower the hoop.
I'm not opposed to that either, bro. I don't know why she got so mad at that. Maybe Crystal can tell us why she got so mad when Shaq said that. But she got pissed with Shaq when he said
because
they had to go to commercial.
The ball, the ball's already smaller, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Than the NBA. If you could have the women dunking more often, I get why. I get that they're opposed to, I get it because it's lower the hoop, could it be considered disrespectful? All that other stuff.
The fact that you suggested that a little bit.
Yeah,
not you per se, but I'm just saying.
But the fact, could you imagine if Maya Moore was coming down and could you imagine that it was just Angel Reese drive down the paint and she dunk on somebody? It's just different, like that excitement. That's what people watch. People love the Ja Morants. People love those guys because high flying entertainers. LeBron, oh my God, he's walking on air. Michael Jordan, what was he best known for? Air Jordan, not mid-range Jordan. You know what I'm saying? That's just what it is. It's just all about excitement. Nobody watches the NFL because they like seeing 7-yard plays. No, they watch because they want to see that 80-yard bomb and somebody jumping, somebody shaking. It's all that. So, I think for the league, for them to progress, bring some excitement, I think that would help. But,
don't be disrespectful, KB.
Look, they do what they do. They don't listen to the women over there anyway. They disrespectful. The women over there be complaining for a lot of stuff, for a lot of things that they should be getting. They just make the decision.
They
don't listen, bro. They don't listen to when they be complaining. They don't, bro. They don't. What's the last thing, man, we was talking about, man?
Week 0. It's college football.
Week 0.
Game's about to come on in about 40 minutes, my boy. We got a kickoff in about 40 minutes.
Saturday games. We got Navy versus Notre Dame.
Bro, listen. Hold on. That's Notre Dame is an 11.5 point favorite today. Hold on. Let me make. I was going to get you.
I know if they don't stop that I don't think Navy does the. I think they changed the offense. That coach retired. They might have changed the offense.
Did they change?
Yeah, he retired or he quit.
So Sam Hartman transferred to the Fighting Irish. He was from Wake Forest, so they got a new quarterback. That's a new thing. Mm-hmm. Marcus Freeman, coach. We got to see how he looks and bounce back. Notre Dame, they weren't really, to me, they lost some games that I really think they should have won. I didn't think they were college football playoff worthy last year, but I do think Notre Dame should have finished way better than I think they finished like 15th or 18th, something like that. Can he get them back to a top 10 program? That's something I think is going to be judged. And how long or how much leeway? Yeah, you know what I mean? You lose 3 more games this year, man. Notre Dame, like, so that's cool. Jacksonville State, they're now in the CFPS. Sorry, they're just now joining the Big Boys. So we'll see how that goes. Their FBS program. Sorry about that. So We'll see how they do.
New Mexico versus UMass. Could care less.
Yeah, losing to Marshall, you can't do that and think you're gonna keep your job. I mean, I'm just saying. Like I said, they had some games last year that they lost that one. Right. They got to bounce back for real. So I wish their brothers the best.
Right. Ohio versus San Diego State.
It's another one of them toss-up games. You just watch it. But again, you're gonna watch a lot of kids with that transfer portal. You probably see some names that you actually know now on some of these teams, bro. Back in the day, you wouldn't probably know half of these kids, maybe unless you follow recruiting. But yeah, it's gonna be a pretty good game. It's probably be the most balanced game out of all of these.
Yeah.
Ooh, Hawaii and
Vandy. Vandy gonna get them.
Come on, Vandy. You can't go out there and misrepresent the SEC. Let's just start the year off right, out of conference. Let's just set the tone. We need y'all to beat little brother and go in there and beat up Hawaii. Hawaii ain't been good. But you know what? SEC teams versus Hawaii, we ain't really got that good of a history. And we got clipped.
Yeah. Hawaii.
We got clipped in a bowl game versus Hawaii, so you got to be careful with them guys.
Colt Brendan days, RIP.
Man,
Louisiana Tech, FIU. I see a lot of people picking Louisiana Tech. FIU got some players, man.
Louisiana Tech is an 11.5-point favorite. That's the game I was talking about. They're an 11.5-point favorite over the Panthers.
I think FIU got some players, man. I know they got one of the players from Florida, the running back, Lingard, I think. So I want to see him. I want to see what he does. Well, I ain't gonna be able to see it because I'm at the game, but I'm gonna check it out. But then Thursday is when it is. Yeah, man. We got Elon versus Wake. Wake better smash Elon.
Give me Elon for the W.
UCF versus Kent State. I got UCF. They better put up 40, 50.
Georgia State better win this game. Come on, man.
Yeah. Western Michigan. SFPA. I'm gonna go with Western Michigan. North Carolina State versus UConn.
Give me North Carolina State.
Yeah, I'm going NC State. We're gonna skip Florida, Utah. Nebraska versus Minnesota. I think it's gonna be good, man. Nebraska got a lot of names. Eric Gilbert, they're trying to see if he's gonna get the waiver to play. They got a lot of names, man. They got some transfers. I know Chief Borders from Florida went over there. They got some recruits. Matt Rule might come in and shock. They might be the TCU of this year, man. On a sneak. I don't know what SDAC is, but Mizzou. I'm gonna go with Mizzou because I don't know what SDAC.
You gotta be South. Nah, I don't.
Had no idea.
Southern Arkansas. My bad. Southern Arkansas.
I don't see it. UAPB versus Tulsa. Let's go with UAPB just cause.
And I'm gonna go with what's it? NCAT?
North Carolina A&T.
Okay.
And they're playing the Trent Dilfer UAB. I'm going with North Carolina A&T.
So UAB's tight end coach is a good friend of mine. So when they play UGA this year, that's how I be going back there and talking to the player. So it's supposed to play them again this year too. So hopefully I can.
Man. If they ever come down to Dallas, man, you know what I'm saying? Set me up.
Hopefully we get him on the show, man. He's been trying to come on, man, but that schedule will be crazy for the P5 coaches. So
man.
He's literally always working, man. Hopefully I can get him to come on and talk some.
All right, so we're gonna end this on the Florida-Utah game, man. Utah dropped their depth chart, which a lot of people are like, give that look. They have Cam Rising starting.
They got the quarterback. I told you he was going to be. Told you. You can't. He ain't gonna be ready to play. He ain't gonna be playing, bro. I told you that man was gonna be playing.
They made a depth chart. The depth chart came out like last night. That day, the coach literally said he hasn't been cleared yet.
The man ain't clear, bro. He hasn't. He hasn't.
I mean, even the Utah people are like the reporters. They're like, hey, he hasn't competed. He hasn't joined any drills as far as like 7-on-7, 11-on-11.
None that they can see. You know, the media is only privy to a certain part of practice, KB. No, I'm telling y'all, they're gonna slide one in on y'all. Okay.
No, but Billy said in his presser that they're preparing for all quarterbacks on the roster.
You ain't got no time. You
you think they just started preparing this week? Come on, Steve.
They should have been conditioning. That's what's wrong with y'all now. Your ass ain't got no wind in the game.
Oh, you crazy. You crazy as hell. But them boys is ready.
Give me a score, KB. Give me a score.
Oh, a score. I'm gonna go with 31-21 Gators.
10-point victory? Damn. But you to beat them at home last year on a last second play that should have been called a penalty. You gonna really give yourself 10 points this time at their house?
That neither one of them same teams is coming back.
You don't even have the number 4 overall pick as your quarterback this year.
That's fine.
Oh Lord, help us.
Well, we might complete some more passes this year.
Thank you. I don't see it. That's more of a realistic score, Jerry. Thank you. They might have a last second field goal type win, something along that line.
Now I'm saying it might be a last second field goal to put us.
Well, you said 10 points.
But
you done told me to go out there and put my money on them folks in Vegas. That's what you done said.
Absolutely.
But you crazy.
Absolutely.
No,
absolutely. I think we score on. We score on offense. We score on defense. I think we score on special teams.
I hope we don't have to have a remediation Saturday next Saturday.
Already,
because see,
if
you would have jumped out there and been like, okay, bro, I can see us winning by a touchdown or a field goal. Cool, but you said 10 points.
If Cam Rising and Kuthi were 90, even 80%,
you don't know what percent these folks is, KB.
Okay, you think I just twiddling my thumbs and watching fight videos? Okay,
I know your ass ain't driving to Utah to look at no practice. So
I'm not driving to Utah, no. But I know what I see was coming out of Florida camp, and I don't care what I know.
And
Cam Rising ain't healthy.
10-point victory. That's what you telling me.
I know I ain't seen one report of Cam Rising taking a jog.
Bruh, tell me. So you see a 10-point victory. That what you really see? That what you just told me, KB.
I can see 10. I can see us being up by 7 and kicking a field goal to just ice it. Absolutely.
KB, we record this.
That's fine. Look,
I just want you to make, because if you came in here and said, bro, I know we lost a lot. If Anthony Richardson was the Superman for us, he's gone. How you hit that? Thank you. Can y'all score 31 points? That's kind of what I'm asking.
Yes. Y'all don't. Okay. I get it. I get it. Why you think that? We saw last year. We saw about 65-70% of really what the offense really is. Right.
Okay, yeah, I'm with you. I'll pause that second before you can. 90% of what that offense was Anthony Richardson making shit work on the fly. I just want to throw that out there.
Now you can say
90 might
making
be
things
Let's
work.
say 75%.
I'm telling you're talking about the long run, which
I'm talking about him breaking out of sacks. I'm talking about him faking the passes and whooping.
That was a 2-point conversion. That was a 2-point conversion. There's a lot of stuff. But honestly, the biggest thing for Florida is going to be the defense by 100%. The biggest thing, because Florida's going to put up points.
I'm for the block, Crystal.
Yo, he really, bro.
The man was a number 4 overall pick in the draft.
Yes.
How you mean he wasn't that good?
Because last year,
the team around him sucked.
What do you mean? The people around him threw them picks. Them picks in the flat.
The wide receiver was falling down. The wide receiver can get some separation. He probably, you know what? You on a different side.
You saw. You saw what he did when he said.
KB was saying at the beginning of this season, bro. You weren't saying this a few months ago. Now you don't swap because AI gone.
No. The Colts. When you saw that pass that he did against the Colts when he was at the Colts, right? Week 1. And he came and he just fell back. And that is the exact thing that he did all year.
Man, you need to stop. Thank you.
He may make. He'll run. He'll make a 70-yard run, and you be like, holy shit. But then he'll come and throw a slant 10 yards over the head of the wide receiver. Or throw the ball.
Wide receiver might be off in the timing of the route. It's a lot that goes on with that.
No, bro, it's not, bro.
Thank you, Jared. This is what Jared just said.
running wrong routes. Who was running wrong routes? How you run a slant wrong, fam? It's 3 yards slant. Like, I'm not having a debate about them running wrong routes when you don't even know what the routes are. The receivers, they weren't dropping passes. Y'all are killing me. The receivers couldn't catch. Please show me where a game to where he was putting it on the money and they were dropping passes. Show me where. Please. Please show me where. Because he couldn't hit the 5-yard slant to save his life. The out route couldn't hit nothing. A lot of them games that we were in the fight for is because he messed up during the game, threw 1 or 2 picks, and then.
But the man just told you why. KB, look what that man just said right there.
He said the receivers couldn't catch running wrong routes.
Except
How do you know what routes they were running?
Because they didn't complete the pass. It was wrong.
No, that's not how it works. You don't run when you're running a slant or a flood at 5, 10, 20-yard routes. It's very simple. They weren't. You can only run a route and have the ball so far. It was very just inconsistent with AR. That was the issue. AR was just very inconsistent. He'll have a game like he had against Utah, which you'd be like, oh man, look how he ran the ball. And then the next game, he'll throw the ball. And
Kelvin said, is Mertz going to be able to put up 31 points?
Mertz ain't got to put up 31 points. That's the problem. That's Miami problem. Y'all put too much faith in y'all quarterback arm.
But they said TBD will go win the pro.
The thing is, you don't have to. Your quarterback doesn't have to throw it 35 times a game to be successful. That's just what it is. That's what the offense. Billy's offense isn't built off that.
Let me see what Vegas have, y'all. Let me go ahead. I just want to see what Vegas have.
So for your boy Jerry, the team isn't built to throw the ball 35 times.
Jerry said they running the wrong route, KB. They not right.
They're running the 5. They're running that slant wrong. Yeah, he has to be consistent. Absolutely. That was the issue with AR last year.
Utah is favored to win by 7 points, and you still telling me
what were they last week?
Huh? I'm just looking as of today.
It's been going down. It's been going down daily.
I don't know, but listen, right now, 70% have put their money on the Gators. 70% of people don't put their money on the Gators.
Because, bro, I'm telling you, this ain't what the fact that and again, a big part of it is Cam Rising being injured. Even if he plays, he's not 100%. Kuthi, their best pass catcher, isn't 100%. They're not even 80%. If they get out there, if they truly play, it may be some problems.
He don't respect Anthony Richardson. He damn sure don't. They just been him and Crystal being disrespectful. Crystal told me the man wasn't even that damn good, and he went 4th overall. Oh my god,
he went 4th overall because he's 6'4".
Because they seen the team around him when they're good.
4-4.
Don't do that, KB.
And
that helped
the ball
KB. He was a top pick in the draft. They were talking about that before that. Don't do that, KB.
Yes, they were talking. He went from being the first game. He was a number 1 pick. Right after Utah, oh my God, he's the best thing ever.
You did just say that, Chris. Hold on, I'm gonna scroll up. Wait a minute, hold on. By
week 4, AR was the 5th rated quarterback. It wasn't until after the combine, the combine and the test and all that stuff, the interviews, did he start being considered another guy. We just knew that he was Indianapolis Colts guy, but come on, man. My man was.
Now, what did she just say? Right, read that for me, KB. What did that say on this read?
Richardson wasn't really good last year. He really wasn't. He wasn't.
She said, "No, I'm just saying."
He wasn't that good. It was consistent. He wasn't consistent last year at all.
The man is a 4th overall pick in the draft.
He wasn't because he was a 4th overall pick because of what he could be projected to be and what they're hoping. Trey Lance was a number 4, number 5 pick too.
Good.
So it's all about projection, what they think they're going to do in their offense. Yes, I hope AR goes off, becomes a Hall of Famer. Absolutely. But what I'm saying is his last year in the swamp, he wasn't consistent. He wasn't playing great. He had flashes of greatness, which you were hoping that he would sustain that, but it just wasn't. Like you can't have one game and be throwing that thing, being 8 for 15 and run for 100 yards, and then the next game you complete 4 passes and then don't run at all, and then the next game you throw 3 pick sixes. Like, what do you want? Like, what? Because they ran the wrong slant wrong? No.
KB, you see it too, Kevin? I thought it was just me, man, but I ain't. Hey.
Yes, I'll hype him up because he's a 4th round pick. I'm excited he got picked, but you can go back to what we said. I don't feel he was worth a 4th round pick. I don't think any of these quarterbacks, other than Bryce, proved themselves to be a top caliber pick.
I'm pretty sure it's gonna be like a 7:00 game, Kevin. It's on
It's
Thursday.
7:00 next Thursday.
Thursday. Yeah, next Thursday.
It's 7:00 Thursday. We got to play Utah. They Mormons up there, so they only play during the weekdays.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
But yeah, man, I can't wait to see what kind of noise they make. If they hum, if they're gonna be, clapping loudly, it'll be interesting. It'll be interesting. But yeah, man,
some folks have loud. They have no. Ain't nothing else in Utah to do. So Jerry is I know he's a Seattle fan. I don't know about college football. Jerry, who your college football team?
All I know is all 50,000 of them Utes better make a whole lot of noise.
Well,
because the same AR that you talking about is 4th.
Oh, he like Carolina. UNC or South Carolina. You gotta specify, Jerry. Can't
Either
just
way,
say Carolina for college, but yeah, you don't.
Either way, the team he likes is trash. Either way, the team he likes is trash. Either way, professional or college, whichever ones he's alluding to, they're absolutely trash. You probably think Spencer Rattler is amazing. Get out of here. UNC, exactly. I like UNC too because I just respect the coach, but trash.
Talking about Mac Brown?
Yeah, I respect Max Brown.
Well, they said their quarterback's supposed to win the Heisman this year, so we'll see.
He's always supposed to win the Heisman.
Drake Mays.
They always have a good quarterback at UNC that underperforms, but that's just what they do. Maybe he could tell me about them wrong routes that got Sam Howell the hell up out of there, or Drake May that got Drake May ready to get the hell up out of there. You know what I'm saying?
Chill out.
You worry about wrong routes.
You take offense to that, did you? You said you got offended to that.
No, man, because you can't tell me that guys running wrong routes when you throwing the ball 15 yards over their head. You got receivers
15 yards back. That's the wrong.
Now, I don't know. Maybe a slant at UNC, not at Florida. Not at Florida. Oh man, and on the way out, we coming to the end of the show. I'm about to close it out. Make sure y'all check out the Gator, the Gator joint on Netflix, man. It's a really good story, man. I think they show what I expected them to show. I was surprised that a lot of people weren't on the show. I don't know if it was per the player's choice or Netflix. They just didn't interview them. But it definitely was like a Urban Meyer, Tebow love fest. But shout out to Brandon Seiler, man. That motherfucker crazy.
For real. I ain't watching, man. I said I was gonna try to stomach it, but I get too much blue and orange on my TV. I go to break it out in hive. So
hey man, I can't do that. I wanted the Pouncey brothers. I wanted Percy to get on there, but I understand why Percy wasn't on there.
Was Urban on there?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, Urban. They had Tebow. They had.
You knew Tebow camera hungry ass was gonna be on there.
They had Ahmad
Cameron
Black,
in Florida.
Brandon Slider, Brandon
Spikes.
No,
Tequila.
They had Brandon Spikes, Brandon Seiler. They had another guy. I don't know.
Oh, what about my favorite Gator, Reed, the one that fumbled that ball going into the end zone that time?
No, they had
yeah, it's on Netflix. Yeah.
They had a few guys on there, man. It was good. It just was pretty much Urban, which is like how intense it was and just how unfun it was when they were winning, just because it was like, yo, this is like it really was like on some like savage mentality, like the fights with Spikes and Tebow, they fighting and Spikes and Tebow.
Oh, well,
yeah, bro. It was real. Urban kicked 2 dudes off the plane, like cut them. Man, it was some good stories. Shout out. They clearly, when Percy was hurt, they was talking about beating Ohio State and how they really felt when Percy was injured. Them boys was nervous, boy. But it was a good show. It was a good story.
Well, we knew that when he kicked that kicker up there in Jacksonville.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Urban, he was at Ohio State when he kicked that. Was he at Ohio State when he kicked that boy?
That was at The Jaguars.
Jaguars. Okay, yeah. We knew
the urban stories. Oh, absolutely. If he didn't win natties, oh man, he'd be in jail. But yeah, man. But I mean, nothing on there surprised me other than how intense. Like I didn't realize how intense they was. Them boys was different. It was. I said, yo, I don't know how you survived them times under Urban, man. Like them 3-4 years is all that's all they needed, bro. And somebody was going to die, bro. Like it was.
Well,
they
did. Aaron Hernandez took a few out, so yeah.
Hey man, that has nothing to do with
It does. That's the Urban Meyer era, bro. And whatever.
I mean, I guess technically it was during this era. But
it was. I know that.
But yeah, man, they didn't get too much into the negative stuff.
You gotta stay away from that.
They weren't. There's no way. Urban. I didn't know that he kicked the kid off the team and then he wound up dying the year later. He kicked the kid off the team because he like hit a girl, and Urban was like really like big on that. And he kicked the kid off the team, and the kid.
He wouldn't. No, he wouldn't. Because his damn coach, his assistant, his offensive coordinator beat the hell out of that woman right there in front of Urban. And he said nothing.
Well, that's the thing. He said he initially was like that, but then when he saw what happened to the kid, like the kid lost, they took football his life, he spiraled, and then he wound up dying a year later. So he said ever since then, he's been very like, yeah, Riley Cooper said the N-word at Philly. That's a Philly thing. Can't do that shit in Philly. So I ain't worried about it. All
right, man. We running over time, man.
I'm going to talk about the Miami Hurricane days.
Oh, when they documentary come out, bro, there'll definitely be some people talking from jail.
Now see if they talk about what happened in that crib. I ain't going to bring that up. See if they talk about that or if they glance over that. All that booger sugar going around down there. All right, man.
Leave Michael Irvin and Warren Sapp alone.
You think that's it?
And no. I just think they're the cocaine kingpins. But I don't think that's it, though. But the two biggest, maybe.
Absolutely. But we'll be honest. Y'all ain't honest now. All right, man. We out of here, Steve,
yes,
man.
Sir.
Tell us where they can find us and all that good jazz.
Man, just go to YouTube, search Toe2Toe Sports, hit that subscribe button, and make sure you share that for your dogs, man. We appreciate everybody tuning in, the interaction. If you guys checking us out, make sure you guys hit the replay. If you are hitting replay, make sure you comment and replay. But yeah, man, peace out, man. We up. We out. Peace up.
See y'all next week after a Gator dub. We out in.
I ain't never played sports. I always have, like music and love music from the jump. So that was my just plan A. I ain't even have a plan B. I made myself not have a plan B on purpose just so I can fulfill my plan A.